Hello friends. Okay, I've got another shop update video. This is week 2. Let's see how long this lasts. Maybe I can do it all summer. I don't know. We'll see. This week's shop update is home and garden. So we're looking at gardening books, home making books, cookbooks, things like that. So I do have a couple of sets listed. I'm not going to show those today. I'm just going to show the individual books. And I'll try to get through it a little bit quicker than last week. Okay, so first we have Better Homes and Gardens Quick Breads Cookbook. So 200 easy ways to serve hot breads at any meal. Muffins, biscuits, coffee cakes, and loaves. This is from 1975. Next, a favorite, the Better Homes and Gardens New Garden book. So this is a binder book. It's in really good condition. When I open it up, you can see like it's never been used. Although there are a few things tucked in here from the previous owner, so maybe it was used a little bit. But it is in very good condition. And this is from 1968. I love these binder books. They're just so fun. This is maybe the oldest and most shabby book I have in this week's shop update. This is a cookbook. It is from 1883, and it is Mrs. Lincoln's Boston Cookbook, What to Do and What Not to Do in Cooking by Mrs. Mary J. Lincoln. So you can see it's very shabby. Here, look at all this. So we've got the binding showing, it's wiggly, look at that. And the first 2 pages have been taped back into the book, kind of backwards. So obviously this was a well-loved cookbook. Here's one random page. We've got some chicken croquettes illustrated there. I love these old cookbooks. This is why I listed this one, because very extensive notes of when she served, I'm assuming is a woman, when she served these and to whom. So that says May 4th for toast water. What? This says April 26th for deviled lobster, and then there's some scalloped lobster up top. So that's why I chose to list this book, even though it's in such poor condition, because of the notes of the previous owner. It's very, very special. This one is fun. Laura Ashley Decorates a London House. So this is a vintage interior design book from 1985, and it's all about Laura Ashley designing a house in London. Here we go. Here's her typical 1980s style. Nice little throwback. This one is called The Caring Woman, A Guide to Housekeeping. I bought this recently on a trip to Memphis, and this is from 1985. What I love about this book is the fun retro, like antique looking illustrations. And this is a pretty straightforward guide to household chores, drying clothes, caring for your house inside and out, cleaning, how to clean sinks, countertops, things like that, your appliances, and just all these fun little illustrations all throughout the book. It's very cute. Next, we have a garden book. This is the New Garden Encyclopedia. These are always very popular. This one has a little nick right there. This edition, there's the inside, is from 1946. Then this is another one of my favorites. This is a yearbook of agriculture. These were published every year for quite a while, and each year it had a different theme, and this theme is just fabulous. It's called Consumers All, and it's got all kinds of stuff in it. This one is from 1965, and you do start out with quite a few like scribbles and stuff, but it was still completely worth listing this one. We have houses. A well-built house, house plants, materials and plans, termites, disposal of waste, water, good lighting, wiring, heating, cooling the house, furnishings, equipment like kitchen tools, refrigeration and dishwashers, finances, how to handle your mortgage, insurance, medical bills, saving for cars, the employed wife, safeguards like accidents, fire protection, plants, insects, organic matter, ground cover, the outdoors, fences, backyards, landscaping, activities, country vacations, camp and carry, comfort outdoors, you and wildlife. Then we have a section on clothing, blends of fibers, soaps, clothes that fit, removing stains. And then a whole long section on food. Foods you eat, dairy products, how to cook meat, cooking poultry, time-saving tricks, exotic foods, school lunches, all kinds of stuff. Love it. Love, love, love it. This one is very special. It is the Helen Gurley Brown's Single Girls Cookbook, and it is signed by the author. There you go, Helen Gurley Brown, who was the editor of Cosmopolitan. So this one also has just hilarious illustrations in it. It's very silly. It's got a very humorous tone to it, and you know, in complete Cosmopolitan style. It is organized by chapters like Food for the Affair, He's Mad for Sports, Oh God, He's Brought Me His Fish. Oh, it's so funny and so silly. Now everyone will want some. The tree trimming party. Celebrate yourself. Your goose is cooked. Oh my gosh, so fun. Okay, next we have the New California Cookbook. So this is from 1955. And it also has little black and white illustrations throughout. Best ways to cook meats on range or garden grill. This one has a little bit of damage here right in the middle. Like you can see, it's a little bit separating there. Next, we have an etiquette book of, there's two, I think, in this week's shop update. This is the Random House Book of Etiquette. And it's got everything you could possibly want, including, you know, writing letters, occasions, table manners, manners for men, women, and children, and dating, everything. Manners towards specific people, how much to tip, all kinds of stuff. Here's a beauty, the Good Housekeeping Cookbook. This is a wartime edition, so it's a little bit different than the other editions because it does address it being wartime. So this one is from 1944, and it's 7th edition. How to carve a standing rib roast. Next, we have kind of a travelogue slash foodie book. This is called, what is it called? Bouquet de France, an Epicurean tour of the French provinces from Gourmet magazine, and this is from 1952. So it's quite lovely. If you flip through here, you see all these old photos and illustrations. This is the Mediterranean province, and there's a chateau, another chateau, and then there's all these little black and white illustrations throughout too. It's really cool. So then, you know, it just goes from place to place and tours the food and the hotels and all that kind of stuff. All right, last etiquette book is Amy Vanderbilt's Everyday Etiquette. So this one is very straightforward for just everyday situations. And I like the way it's organized. It's organized by like questions that people wrote in to ask Amy, which I guess was a you know, Dear Miss Vanderbilt, that's what it was. I'm a bachelor about to give an important party. Could you tell me how to introduce Mr. and Mrs. Jones to Mr. and Mrs. Smith? So it's kind of written like that. Here's a homemaking book, Good Housekeeping's Guide for Young Homemakers. So this is for newly married women. This is a book club edition, and that's what it looks like inside. 1001 time and money saving ideas for successful home management with over 300 illustrations. Just opening it up right now, there's some mirrors. Let's see. What else do we have inside? Oh, there's a dried, somebody put a little dried flower in there. Electric blankets. Here's some lamps. So sweet. Menu planning, health tips, hobbies, kitchen ideas, car problems, clothing, decorating ideas, dentistry, diets, emergencies, figure care, first aid, furniture, furs, mortgages, moving, plants, pets, all the stuff. This one is really cool too. This is called the Early American Cooking Recipes from Western Historic Sites. This is a Peter Pauper Press book. It's from 1986. One thing that sets apart Peter Pauper Press books is the illustrations. So they're very, very cute. There's one of the pages. Anytime I find a Peter Popper Press book, I grab it because I know inside it's going to be delightful. So if we open it up here, it's the Greater Yellowstone area. And then it just has a bunch of different recipes. Moose or beef chili bake, berry soup, a Sioux Indian recipe, marinated jerky, Jacksonville, Oregon, Gold Rush Town. So anyway, organized by historic sites. Ford Times Cookbook, A Traveler's Guide to Good Eating at Home and on the Road. I love these books too. I like the illustration style there. So this goes through the different regions of the United States and talks about the different restaurants that you can visit there and gives some recipes from the different restaurants. So Fripp Island Inn, Martha Washington Inn, the farmhouse that's in the southeast, North Carolina, South Carolina. Look at those illustrations. They're just so cute and charming. This one too is very similar. Famous foods from famous places. This is Better Homes and Gardens. It's bigger than the Ford Times one. This one does the same thing though. So here we have Broadmoor from Colorado Springs. So it's got a recipe there and then a photo of the food. In Des Moines, we have Johnny and Kay's. In Minneapolis, Chateau de Paris. So here's Farmer's Market, Los Angeles. Okay, last one. The Encyclopedia of Herbs, Spices, and Flavorings, A Cook's Compendium. This is from 1994. It's a DK book, and it's really cool. You just open it up, and it's got everything you could need about every herb, spice, how to use them, some recipes, and illustrations and photographs of each one. So there's rosemary and sorrel. Then we have wrappings, stuffed grape leaves, lettuce leaves, all kinds of stuff. Vinegars. Okay, that's it. Oh, I was hoping we'd be under 10 minutes. Alas, it's 12 minutes. But I'll try again next week. I'll try to go a little bit faster. Okay, friends, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you found something for your kitchen or your home to help you, clean your laundry or keep your figure trim or something silly like that. Okay? Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.